This guy was locked up in prison, yet he somehow managed to kill people on the outside. He complained about the lousy food behind bars and demanded Michelin 3-star meals. If his food was even a second late, a cop would die. He said he wanted out of prison by 6 o'clock the next morning, and if they didn't release him, a parking lot would blow up at 6:01. At first, the police didn't believe him. They assumed he must have accomplices on the outside, so they sent out thousands of SWAT officers to track them down. But the delay cost them dearly. The parking lot really did explode, killing plenty of people. Terrified now, the authorities rushed to release him. But then the man suddenly changed his mind. He decided he didn't even want to leave. Instead, he stormed into the courtroom and lashed out at them, accusing the system of having no principles. You arrest people when you feel like it, and release them when you feel like it. What does the law even mean to you? He shouted. The judge lost his temper on the spot and ordered him into solitary confinement. The next day, that same judge ended his own life. By now you might be wondering, did this guy actually have superpowers? In a sense, yes. His power was his brilliance. Everything had been meticulously planned years in advance. And all of it was about revenge. 10 years earlier, he'd been the victim of a home invasion. He was stabbed but survived thanks to his strong build. His wife and daughter weren't so lucky. Naturally, it should have been a death penalty case. But when the two criminals were caught, the skinny one, who hadn't killed anyone, was sentenced to life. The heavier one, who had actually committed the murder, was given only 3 years. The man couldn't accept this. He begged the prosecutor to appeal, but the prosecutor, desperate to keep his conviction rate spotless, cut a deal with the killer instead. As long as the man pled guilty, he'd only serve 3 years. They even shook hands for the cameras like it was some kind of victory. Seeing that, the victim's faith in the justice system completely collapsed. He swore the day he would take revenge. Then he vanished. Nobody knew where he was or what he was doing. A decade later, the skinny accomplice was finally executed by lethal injection. At first, everything seemed normal. But when the third drug was administered, instead of drifting quietly to sleep, he convulsed in agony. Everyone present was horrified. It turned out the chemicals had been swapped with poison. The clue on the vial pointed straight to his partner, the heavy one who'd already served his time and walked free. When the big man saw the news of his partner's execution, he laughed out loud. But his celebration was cut short by a phone call. The voice on the line urged him to run immediately. The police were coming. He looked out the window, and sure enough, a fleet of squad cars was speeding straight toward him.